Welcome to Think Small. Our goal here is simple. We want to give you one tiny but mighty idea to help you lead the week. And this week, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, peak end. So the idea with peak end is that as humans, our memory is imperfect. We have these two selves, the experiencing self, which operates in this 300 millisecond window of time we call now, in the moment, experiencing things. And then we have the remembering self. And the remembering self's job is to tell us stories about what happened, but it's imperfect. And it actually uses two data points primarily to help us construct memories. So we could think about any experience, whether it's a customer journey or a meeting, to follow a pattern like this. We've got time along the horizontal axis, and then we've got emotional intensity, either positive or negative, running above and below that line. And when we're remembering something, there are two specific parts of this that we look back on. We have the peak of the experience, which is the biggest departure from expectation, positive or negative, and we have the end of an experience. And those two moments hold a disproportionate impact on the way we remember things. So I'm going to put this in context for you. A little while back, I was lucky enough to go to the Fat Duck restaurant in Bray, Heston Blumenthal's restaurant. And the idea there was that you couldn't book any earlier than about 90 days, 3 months before the experience. And so you knew that when you were going to pick up the phone, you were against lots of other people trying to call to book, and you'd end up waiting on hold for 45 minutes, which is a long time to wait on hold. Now, they knew that that particular moment in the experience would be a real pain for people. And so their solution there, when they couldn't change the wait time, was they actually had somebody reading Alice in Wonderland as the hold music. And so that by the time you got to the end of that 45 minutes and somebody picked up the phone, you were actually a bit annoyed because you were a really good bit of the story and you wanted it to hold on for just a little bit longer so that you could finish. And this idea of taking a moment in an experience, whether that's a customer journey or whether it's a meeting you're delivering, and thinking about where are those moments that you could just do something a little bit different than expectation, break the script somehow and really create an impact. And then finally, how do you end strong? And so my advice to you this week would be to think about, maybe there's a meeting, maybe there's a message that you're delivering to your team. When you're closing out that session, ask every person in the room to play back what was the one big thing that they took from today's session. Having everybody in that group hear what others are saying and share that back will be a really, really powerful signal. But importantly, you'll change the way they remember that session and how well your message lands. I hope this has been valuable. If it has, please do me one favor and share it with one other person that you think would benefit from this idea. Have a fantastic week and look forward to seeing you next week.